Welcome to the Dark Horde episode on YouTube. I am your host, Manny, and thanks for showing up. Actually, if you look at this view right now, I have an action cam. I had to use, for some reason, my external camera was not working, so I said, for fuck's sake, let me rush and let me just throw an action cam on here. Gets a totally different look. You can even see my alcohol all around the side in my cup there. But hey, and my messiness. Look at this. God damn it, I should have cleaned up. Anyway, before we get started, we got the Green Man's here with me. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, Manny? Hello.
Nah, but you gonna talk stuff about my messiness on my desk?
No, I said hello.
Oh, sorry about that. You kind of glitched out for a second there.
No.
You know, I mean, stuff happens.
Should see some.
Yeah, well, you have time. Along with Green Man, we've got the one and only, the Puckinator.
Pucky, what's up, bud?
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's happening?
Not much, just working, living, and living the dream.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it. You know what I mean? By the way, where's your cat? Usually your cat's hanging around here.
Well, one of them's in the shitter, and he was scratching around, and one was just on the couch right here with me.
See,
Here,
look at that.
They'll pop up eventually here.
That's what we need. We need the animals to join us because the paranormal is all about animals too.
Yeah,
Apparently.
we got a fucking petting zoo here at the house.
Hey, so we were supposed to have a guest, Paranormal Playground, but I don't think she's gonna show up. There was something about she got sick on Thursday. It took a while for recovery. We're still recovering. She was supposed to let me know if she was going to show up, so I don't know. She may or may not show up, but who knows? We'll have to play it by ear. But I know that somebody went to the Wally house and got a bunch of stuff for us.
Whaley.
Oh, yeah, that guy, too.
Yeah,
The Whaley house.
Whaley house.
You know what? That's probably why when I looked at Wally house, I saw a Famous Amos. I was like, yeah, there's no way that this could be connected. This can't be it.
No. Yeah.
So, now tell us a little bit, I mean, of all of us, you're the expert, basically, about the Whaley house.
Well, it is, I guess, the second courthouse for San Diego. It's located in the area that's now called Old Town. Before that, it was actually the site of one of the hanging gallows.
Oh.
Because and actually Thomas Whaley, who built the house, actually saw one of the hangings on the property of one individual they called Yankee Jim, who was arrested and charged with stealing a boat, I believe.
Really?
Yeah. So he was hung on the property, and then later on, Whaley bought the property and built his house right there.
Wait a minute. So he saw the guy getting hung?
Yeah. He was actually at his hanging, knew exactly where it was, and still later on bought the fucking land and built his house. And actually, right about one of the archways, it's in the video, one of the videos, but right about one of the archways is right around where he said the gallows was.
Jeez Louise, that is freaking nuts. Like, I would not buy a place where people were being hung.
Well, it kind of turned because that was actually one of the events that they say is you hear large man's feet stepping upstairs, and I think they've even said that they've seen Yankee Jim hanging around.
So, oh, really? Just hanging around?
Yeah. So there's been a lot of shit because there was also went around to the back and got another video where there was a clothesline was set up across the yard, and some little girl came running down the hillside to play with the Whaley kids and didn't see the clothesline and
what? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
the hell is wrong with that place?
Like that before, of like kids on their bicycles or on four-wheelers or whatever, and they don't see the clotheslines and right off.
Yep.
Dang. What the hell are they using for clotheslines? Like steel? Like what the hell is that?
It's like a type of cable or something. It's
Yeah.
before they started
Holy.
putting that coat of rubber on it.
Yeah, because this
Jeez.
is like 1800 era shit, so it wasn't like the nice protective stuff that you can go down to Home Depot and get nowadays.
That is not cool. We have a guest on the live chat. Kate says that her grandmother broke her collarbone that way one time. I can't even imagine that. Shit, that's got to be painful as hell, to be honest.
That's supposed to be a bad break, because isn't that the one where you have to have your arm like in a cast like this for months and months and months?
Jeez, that's
sucks.
horrific. That's terrible. So yeah, I got some images here, and you guys will hear some crazy ass clicking because there's no other way to do this. Because Green Man or Tom Selleck actually provided a bunch of videos and pictures, but I think we'll do the videos first because that is actually a little easier to do in this format here. So we're gonna go right for file number 1. I think what is it? Is this just when you first got there?
Yeah, when I first got there, like, okay, well, I didn't know how big of a video that I could take and email it to you. So I was taking little short ones.
So that's the front of the Whaley
That's
house.
the front of the
and
house. That's the front of the house. And then I even included, so that was the little California culture, the homeless guy crashed out against the fire hydrant sitting out in front.
Wait, where is he at? Shouldn't
Back,
he be afraid to be there?
No, dude, he was passed out. That right there. Yeah, that dude right there. He's like he's lurched over a fire hydrant. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a major tourist spot, and it's welcome to California.
Nice.
I'll give him any fucks right there.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was nuts. I saw, it's usually, pretty clear, but, and I'm not, it's a shitty situation, and I'm sorry to these people, but yeah, it's, there was a few walking around the whole tourist spot that I saw. One guy was actually arguing with himself standing next to a building. Yeah.
Did he win?
I don't know. We just kept walking because he was walking. We heard him say, he turned off to one side. He's like, I'm not going to fucking talk to these two fucks. And I was just like, I didn't plan on talking to you either, dude. So we just kept going.
That is too funny.
But yeah, that's the front. That's one of the front entrance. I got a couple more of that too.
Yeah, and I think, where are we at? Here we go.
Front of the house. Say hi, Cece.
Hi, Cece.
See, that's where they used to scrape the shit off their feet. Yeah, that's what it's for. Scrape horse shit off your feet.
This is so informative. Haunted places with horseshit cleaning apparatus.
It's a little, that's the kind of shit they don't show you.
That little thing there?
Yeah, it's like it's a little pyramid, and you go up and you scrape your boot against the side of it, and that's what it was for, to get horse shit off your shoes.
Fantastic. I never would have known. So now I know. Every time I go to an old building, there's got to have a lot of that shit here in Texas. You know how many horses they had running around, even today.
I mean, if you look, they have those like out in Texas. I know, right before you go into restaurants, they have those little metal things in front of the doors that had the brushes on them. Plus to get dirt and stuff off your boots. Yeah.
I had no clue. I've been here. I've been here in Texas almost 16 years. For fuck's sake, I've never. Well, I guess I've never walked into a restaurant with a bunch of shit on my shoe, but still, now I know.
In case, now you know.
Now I might just use all of it just because it's there. Jeez, this is nuts. The things you learn, huh?
Yes.
I got one more video, like an intro video. So wait, what made you go to the Whaley house? I keep wanting to say Wally, but
it's October, and we've had Dave's adventures, and through the sewer and the underworld, and Norm went out and hiked out into the desert, and his homeboy jumped over fire. I mean, hell,
Gee Louise, that's
kick in somehow.
That'll do some things to the bottoms of another region.
Now, is that the courthouse area
Yeah,
right there?
that's the courthouse, and then the audio in there is one of the tour guides just kind of he saw us in there and he just came in and started talking, filling in some history parts.
Upstairs to use as a court holding record rooms. That looks like a real old place. So this is where they go, and they get their sentencing, and they just take them outside and hang them.
Well, they would either send him to jail or, if need be, I guess they would take him somewhere off property at that point and kill him. But there was also one of the rooms upstairs is where they would keep all the court records. And the big turmoil that happened was that once they started building the third courthouse for San Diego downtown, and this one got too out of date, they wanted all the court records, but Whaley didn't want to give them up. So eventually, one night when Whaley was out of town, they got the city got a big posse of people and kind of raided the house for the court records.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's one of the ideas. They figure that, Thomas Whaley is pissed off and hanging around because he didn't like how that went. But then there was also things, I think, like a couple of the kids got sick or something like that.
So Whaley really gave no fucks about anything, huh?
Yeah, no.
He just did what he wanted to do.
No, yeah, and even still, because there's reports, it's like sometimes you can smell cigar smoke in the house, and he was a cigar smoker.
Hey, Green Man, did you encounter any like presence or anything like that, or any kind of feelings of something hanging around, or what?
I didn't necessarily get any feelings this time. I've been there a bunch of times, and I've gotten a couple really, really weird photos. Later on in one of the videos, you'll see I talk about before I was born, my folks took my sister when she was little there, and it's in the video. You could see this one closet where they remodeled to make it, it's supposed to be now more historically accurate, but they changed it and left it for a long time. So this is kind of the old floor plan. But yeah, my sister saw, she said, a little man laughing at my dad in this closet.
Oh, really?
And now what is now the dining room used to be the kitchen. And they had these big meat cleavers hanging on the wall. And they said when that happened, they looked over into the kitchen and one of the meat cleavers was swinging. I've been there and with one of my buddies, Steve, and he smelled fresh bread coming from that kitchen. I didn't.
That's freaky.
He did. There is always a cold spot on I think it's the 7th or 9th step on the stairway. And one of the pictures that I got was actually a face that came out right in the middle of the stairway that was really blurry. It was kind of blurry, but clearly a face. The camera kind of fucked up because it took one main picture that was that
like a technical fuck up or just like a spiritual?
It was just I don't know, because it was a cheap camera. It was just like one of those disposable 35 millimeters. And the main picture was of, the stairway from the ground going up to the second floor and with the face in the middle. But then it also like overexposed only in black and white pictures from the other rooms. So we went back with the photo after I saw it. And, my mom, my sister, and I went through the whole house, looked at could it be one of the paintings on one of the walls or something from one of the other rooms? And it just transposed. Went through the whole house, didn't find any of the faces that matched what was in the picture. And even asked one of the old caretakers there who was there for like 50 odd years. And she's like, well, yeah, we do have paintings that we kind of cycle through the house just to change it up a little bit. But she's like, this isn't a face on anything that I've seen here.
That is crazy. So weird. I can imagine with all the stuff that was going on connected to that specific building, there's a lot of spirits in there. Quite a few.
Yeah, it definitely saw a lot of traffic and a lot of intense situations.
Yeah.
So I could see, I could see a lot of energy stored up there.
Yeah.
Because
I say what's up to we got Frank, we got Dick, and Dina Dre. Not really sure which one it is, but it is the last one. Yeah. So that's just nuts. It's totally nuts. Here's your other video you have on here. Maybe it'll go on. I don't know. It's thinking about it. Oh,
Oh, it's Willie.
here it is. Eventually.
this is a cool background. I like that background.
Selling swag.
They've got it all set up. That part of the house used to be like a general store. So
Inside the house.
displayed.
Really?
Yeah.
See, but yeah, no, because when Nick was
Yeah.
working, he said it was right in through here, right around here, was where in this little closet area here, he got a really weird feeling. Now, when my folks brought my
Well, what the hell?
What the hell was that?
I was born
Yeah, that's
Sounds like
right around
probing.
here. She said that she saw a little man laughing at my dad.
Oh, you just told the story. Look at that.
Yeah.
And then when Nick heard that, he's like, "Fuck yeah, it was that same place."
Yeah, the Nick is one of my buddies at work. It turns out we do the locks for the Whaley House at my company, and he was down there doing some work. And when he was down there, yeah, he got a really weird spot or a really weird feeling in that spot, and kind of like when he looked upstairs, he's like, "Man, I looked upstairs and it felt weird." And he's like, "There was only the one spot on the first floor that I felt funny, but he's like, I didn't get a good vibe from the second floor."
Are these like original items from way back when?
Yeah, they're supposed to be like period accurate stuff, which I kind of believe because they had some safety pins in there that looked like they were made out of fucking lead.
so. Green Man, does it cost anything to get inside this place, or you got to book it
Yeah.
ahead of time because of COVID, or what?
No, it's open. I think we lucked out today. They were having some kind of event thing, so it was only like $10 to get in today. I think they said normally it's 14. But they also do a nighttime tour, and then I remember them saying that was 18.
Okay.
And yeah, the Whaley House, I asked the people at the front. They said, it's totally cool that I videotape inside as long as we kind of talk them up. So thank you to the Whaley House, and I think he said it was
There
the
you go.
San Diego Ghost Tours for letting us record. But yeah, so that dining room that you see right there, and that at the end of the other side of this hallway here, that is what they used to have set up as the kitchen.
Okay. Let me see if I can pull it up. Maybe.
So you visit this place multiple times, and
Oh yeah.
each time have you, as you or anybody of your friends, like felt anything or came across or taken any like ghost measurement instruments or anything like that?
No, and I kicking myself because I have a little EMF meter, and I was going to take it, and I got there and I remembered, I'm like, fuck, I forgot my meter. So that's my own. Yeah, that was my fuck up.
Okay.
Just photos, and like I said, my buddy picked up on the the smelling bread. I had 2 photos, the one in the hall, the one on the stair that I told you, and then I also had another one where I was standing kind of in the same place, and I got like a perfect silhouette shadow of like someone with long hair like standing there. And the front door was open and the back door was open, but the light from both sides was going around the shadow. That, and I think the last time I was there with my wife, we did it at night. I got up to the top of the stairs, and the people behind me, they're walking around clicking with their phone, taking pictures, and I hear them like, whoa, look. So they got something, and it sounded like it was like kind of like right over my shoulder when they got the picture.
Sorry, I'm having to plug in my phone.
Oh, no problem. But the cold spot on the staircase is pretty much always there.
What about in your pictures? Did you get any orbs or anything like that?
I kind of, that's why I included everything, because I just kind of went through them real quick, and just just a quick look to anything that would really just jump out. I didn't see anything, but like I said, I sent everything that I took. So you guys, maybe another set of eyes might catch something.
Do you have any?
Here's the next video.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Now that looks interesting. What is that?
That's like a mock fireplace. It's there also was a small theater originally in here too, and that's what this room is the theater room. And they had the windows open, so there's a bunch of cars and shit driving by. In California, they got to blast their radio.
You're live.
CC was doing the robot there for a second.
That's cool. And it is the stage, I assume.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Now, is that an original painting on the stage, for the background, or is it something that's redone, or what?
Yeah, I'm sure it's like just something they did to when they were redoing it, because it wasn't there before. That originally, when I, the whole time I grew up going to this place, these two, this room, and then there's another room next to it. Those were both bedrooms.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to go to these places like these historic places that have so much history, but especially if they're like known for paranormal activity. That's what makes them fun.
Did it?
Manny, is your
Okay.
mic on?
Do you? What about outside of the house? Did you get any kind of weird vibes or anything like that outside of the house, or close to where they used to hang people and stuff?
Well, where they used to hang was actually inside the house.
Oh, okay.
That part is actually inside the house. Between the first floor, you walk into the main door, and then there's 3 rooms, like a greeting room, a music room, and then there's a study that they're in the middle of redoing.
Mm-hmm.
And in between the greeting and the music room, or no, the music room and the study, the last room, there's an archway that it's in there, and that is right about where the gallows were.
Nice.
But
That's
I did go
That's
around.
just
Yeah,
completely nuts.
I did go around the back and do a little bit of video where the clothesline was, where the little girl, you know.
Yes, fucking doll. Anything, anything.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. There's a still picture in there of that doll too. That thing was creepy as fuck.
So this is like a nursery or something?
Yeah, it's one of the kids' rooms.
Okay. These are the kids' bedrooms.
Colorful commentary from Greenland.
Hey, you know.
Yeah, this one is.
Yeah, I don't understand. They had all these doors, all these rooms paneled off, but none of the doors were really closed.
Oh, she just walking into all the doors.
Yeah. I didn't want to go in too far and get yelled at or something.
What is up with that doll?
Yeah, I know, man.
Oh.
I got a
crazy.
close-up one. You got it. Wait till you see the close-up picture of that thing.
Well, the thing is, she's looking right at you too.
Yeah, I know. And then it's like one eye is not the same as the other, so it's got this kind of.
She's
One of
looking at
these
you.
creepy things are not like the other.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is crazy. Those are the things, like, especially when you go to like places that have like nurseries or like a children's wing. And you go into those abandoned places like that are supposed to be haunted. Those are the ones you just don't like to even really spend too much time in.
Yeah, you hope you
It's
get nothing.
freaky.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing to hear, "Get out," and it's another
Yeah.
thing to hear, "Mommy."
Yeah, no
You know,
kidding.
yeah, which
I don't
one's
know
really
what's
going to
worse.
scare you more? Yeah, exactly.
All right, pulling up the next video to see what else we caught in this strange Whaley house. But it looks pretty popular. Looks like a lot of people go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because downtown or Old Town now is a big tourist spot. So there's all kinds of shops and all kinds of, you know, old Westy type buildings like this. You know, the Cosmopolitan's down there.
Here, every once in a while, play.
Oh, yeah, they hear the piano playing.
Oh, really? This
Yeah,
is like the
and
second piano we see.
And that's the archway that's right around where he was hung.
Really? Look at that.
Yeah.
And is it this piano that they say they hear play?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they come down and, you know, they never see anything or see it move or anything, but they hear the music coming up to the, you know, and then it's like one of the usual things gets to the doorway and stops kind of thing.
Gosh,
Every once
that
in
is
a while,
bananas.
That
And here's
is-
the archway. Let's get a good look at it. So this is the. Are they saying this is the original one? Like right from here, they hung his butt. I mean, the poor
Well,
guy.
Before the house was there, you know, the hangman's gallows was there.
Jeez, that is crazy. I don't see. Shoot, I don't see myself ever buying a place that I know all this kind of stuff happens. It's just it's too freaky.
You would think, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, not even that, but actually witnessing somebody getting hung or murdered or whatever, and still decide to buy the place. What the hell?
Yeah, that did take balls.
No kidding.
Well, I mean, just look at the guys from Skinwalker Ranch. I mean, they knew damn well that that place was, you know, four kinds of ways of freaked up, and he still bought it.
Yeah, but he's not living there.
Well, that's true. His workers are living there.
Exactly. His guinea pigs. Did you get messed up today? Did you catch it on video? No, that just doesn't work. Here's this. Is that the Wally house right there? 1874.
The Whaley house, yeah.
Goddamn Wally.
Yep, that's
Really?
it. That's it back in the day.
Wow. So when this Whaley guy took it over, did he make a bunch of additions and
No, he
Kinda
had
made it
the
look-
house built.
what?
He
Oh, that's
bought
right.
it.
He built it over the yeah.
house.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that's bananas. Does it look like that today from the outside?
Well, I first couple of videos had, you know, was from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still all brick and it's repainted. Looks nicer now, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think at one point I started recording this way because I'm like, okay, I can get more film, but it's oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's already there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fantastic. And all this stuff. So this is all this furniture and stuff. This can't be the original, is it?
I don't think so, but they do try to make it as period correct as they can. So they do go out and get antique pieces or at least knockoff pieces that look the part, at a distance.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. At least it gives you an idea of what Whaley was living large. But is there any stories that they shared about him going through having any ghost experiences or paranormal situations?
Oh, I think that if I remember right, I think they had the Yankee Jim like thumps and stuff back in his day.
Jeez, that's bananas. And he still stayed there. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Here's the next one.
Oh, this guy's asking to spend the night.
Yeah, well, I was standing there, and some guy who was talking to the people at front. He's like, "Hey, can I stay the night here?"
What the hell? Probably a paranormal investigator, huh?
Apparently.
Thinking about that, about the people that bought the Amityville horror house,
Oh yeah.
Massachusetts. How many times that switch hands and people's lived there, and
a bunch.
Yeah, until they eventually had to fix the front of it so where the windows.
Yeah, they changed the windows cut down. from people taking pictures of it.
So they had to switch.
Honestly, those windows are the worst. Those are the scary thing about the whole damn buildings. Those damn windows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they remodeled it. What I understood to for those windows to be like normal windows instead of the half arch or whatever it was.
Yeah.
They're squares now, I think. Yeah.
The evil eyes. Yep.
That's still a house I would love to see. I would love to go to it. Just
from the outside, Bucky. Just from the outside.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been to some crazy places before, and I've seen some crazy stuff. Staying the night in cemeteries, and it's don't put it past me that I might want to stay the night there too myself.
Jeez. Well, anybody that hangs out at the what is that? The Devil's Stomping Ground. Yep, you be right at home.
Yeah, the Devil's Trampling Ground here in North.
Oh, yeah, tramp. Yes, trampling. I don't know why they call him a tramp. Here's the next video. Oh, we got widescreen. We're killing it now.
Oh, yep. So yeah, that's a stairway, and then right along that on that hallway is where I got the shadow.
Wait a minute. While you were there today or previously?
No. Previously on a still photo. That was the shadow one I was talking about, and then the face was right in the middle of that stairway, right about or above where the baseboards of the carpet. The pattern kind of changes right in the middle. Right around there was where the face in that photo was.
Wait a minute, Green Man. Is it that the staircase where that famous photo of where the kind of like one of the things trying to prove that paranormal activity actually does exist? I don't know if you ever seen that where the ghost is coming down the stairwell or the stairway. Is that the stairs?
No, are you thinking about what was the brown lady of Ryman Hall or something like that? It was a big wooden staircase.
Yes. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
No. This is totally different.
That's not it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Cece again.
Oh. Check this out.
Earlier, so I'm like, okay, I'll take some videos. I did video. And like, I'll do pictures, like snap. My flash was off because I have my flash off of my phone all the time. Snap, 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 snap. And as soon as I turned towards the thing, the flash came on it and flashed that little shelving thing, that closet. The little boy, laughing boy. The flash came on when I was over there, but the flash was not. I have a bunch of pictures. It was off, 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 and then it came on.
Okay. Let's go take a look at that.
Well, let's go back now. Let's go take a look at what happened. So that's Banana. So she's just shooting away, and well, it's fairly well lit. So why would she need a flash? That's weird, huh?
And you know, like she said, she always has her flash off.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, did 5 shots, and the 6th one for some reason flashed in that same area where my buddy got from work got the weird vibe, and my sister saw the little man laughing at my dad.
Oh, really?
Yep, it was the same spot. So the next
Little
video,
hot spot.
yeah, the next video is us back there, and
Right here. So I was snap, 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 and I went this way, and my flash came on, and that's when I took the picture at that point.
The same place that when my sister was a kid and came here with my mom and dad, she saw a little man laughing at my dad. And when my buddy at work was here doing some work, because we actually do the locksmith work for the Wade House, he got a really creepy feeling right here. So, Cece, you're the next victim.
All right, nice.
Hey, why did she put on her shades just to go back there?
She's going incognito. Doesn't want
Oh,
anybody to
that is
recognize
too
her.
funny. That is hilarious. But hey, listen, this spot apparently there's some issues here. So I wonder if all this china here, is that from like authentic back from the day? Did Mr. Whaley dine with the stuff?
well, he was pretty well off. So I would imagine he had something like that there. I mean, he had ties to the city and owned one of their courthouses for a while, so I would say he wasn't hurting.
Came here with
So what is it? You think he's just into like people meeting their demise through the court system?
Who knows?
We'll just say he wasn't eating grits and biscuits every day.
Exactly.
Sure wasn't.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And I wonder if that was actually there. Was that original part of the house?
Yeah, that was that. They haven't really done any physical, like taking down walls or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all the same original floor plan. That's always been a little pantry kind of closet. You know, it's just kind of, they changed it at one point, and like that dining room, like I said, used to be the kitchen, but putting it historically correct again, it went back to a dining room.
Gotcha.
Do you think there's any like secret doors or secret passages through the house?
Oh, there you go, Bucky. That's a good one.
I don't know. I don't think so, because I mean, you see it from the outside and the floor plan. It doesn't really look like there's a whole lot of space for anything else.
Maybe under. It's got a basement like Amityville.
All right,
I don't know.
guys, this is for you. We're going to see what they were drinking back in the days.
They were drinking straight turpentine.
Yeah, wine biters.
Lysol. Look at that. Some Lysol.
Mouth and gum wash.
Ivory soap.
Vegetable
There's a whiskey.
Yep.
Whiskey. There you go, Manny.
Gilt Edge.
That should say paint stripper.
Winter green.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Jeez.
In case of emergency, you can use it the same.
Probably like
Was that tequila?
old school
Not-
soda flavorings.
Yeah, because they're all.
I got whiskey for you, Manny.
Yeah, there were bottles that looked like it was kind of like old soda jerk type flavorings.
Yeah. Fancy stuff. This is pretty cool to see all that stuff there, and the fact that they've kept it intact. Can get to share it with the peoples. Give them a good haunting. Oh,
And some of the-
whoa. Who the hell is this guy?
Well, Whoa.
He looks impressive.
Creepy as hell.
Yeah, he's not.
It's a she.
What?
Hey, you scroll. You run the video. It gives her name.
Oh, okay.
Anna Whaley.
Obviously, this was before they said smile when you take a picture.
Yeah, they definitely didn't smile during that time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You go to, we were looking at every photo of the family in the house. Not a smile on the bunch. You got kids, you got moms, you got daughters, you got sons, you got Whaley, the wife. Nobody's ever fucking smiling in any of the pictures.
She looks happy though.
She looks like, to me, it's like, get that fucking camera out of my face.
Yeah. Oh shit. That is pretty cool. I like this wallpaper. What the hell? I wonder if that was original. It looks like it's gold leaf on it or some shit.
Yeah, no, that's some of the restoration work that they did. All the walls and they physically, they like the doorways, how bright they are, and it was the marble type wall painting. That's all newer stuff. Honestly, I liked it more the way it was when I grew up because it looked like
so this is
house.
Recent. This is recent.
Yeah, within the last 10 years, I think it was, they redid the walls and the door frames and kind of did that kind of like faux wood paneling kind of paint. It's real wood underneath it, but I don't know why they did it. It used to be all kind of darker stained wood with some wallpaper that looked closer to original. But yeah, they did it. What's up, Game?
Yeah, Gimvet. How you doing, bud? That's why they won't change up the Winchester house. They want the original look, original everything.
Yeah.
There's even certain parts that needs to be remodeled, but they fix it to where it can represent the original what it is, but they'll never paint it or never restain the wood because it was meant to look that way.
Yeah, and I really wish they had done that with the way they had done the same thing here, because it does, it just doesn't have the same kind of vibe. It doesn't look as old as it really is, and it's but hey.
Can I imagine the Winchester house gets a lot of traffic as well?
Oh yeah. Place is crazy.
Here's another one. Hey, we're outside.
Here.
Hey, yep.
Where I guess there was a clothesline that was set up. Some little girl comes running down the hill and didn't see the clothesline and either just killed her or took her head off. I can't remember exactly what.
So, Green Man, what makes this place one of the most haunted places or one of the most haunted attraction? Because everything looks very, after it's been redone and everything like that. What makes it haunted? Are they having more haunted, stuff each day? Are people constantly reporting when they come and visit? They're encountering stuff?
Oh yeah, and that's kind of one of the things that I wish they had kept, because years ago they would actually have on display like a whole counter of photos that people have come through, taken pictures, and found stuff. And
oh really?
Yeah.
Damn, it should have kept it.
Yeah, they had a whole table that was, covered with all these pictures, and they got rid of that. But there's a lot of lore. There's a lot of stories about the place, about the little girl in the backyard, Yankee Jim, and the footprints, and smelling the cigars, and seeing I believe there's children being seen. I think Anna Whaley, they say that she's been seen a few times. Whaley himself has been seen. There's even a story that Regis Philbin and an old army buddy stayed the night one night and were freaked the fuck out. Something about they thought they saw something crawling across the floor towards them or something like that.
Oh, wow. So Regis actually said that?
Yeah. And I'm sure if you look it up on YouTube, you could find his story.
It's like, why would he? I guess I don't know.
That's one of the locks we put on.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. And I had to get.
Oh, Regis.
Yep, I had to get pictures of the outhouse. So.
Yeah, that is just bananas. So, is there? I guess it really is popular out there. This Whaley House. Any other famous people that you might have heard of hung out at that place?
Oh,
or even use the shitters?
Not that you've used the shitters. Although, for a nominal fee, I'll stake it out at night and see if I catch anybody. But yeah, it's dude. There's, I can't remember all of them, but there's always been a steady stream of, somebody finding things, somebody seeing things, taking pictures, one thing or another.
Green Man. Now, for a place like that, I'm sure they have a security system there, right?
Well, not too advanced. I don't think they do any electronic access or anything like that. You see a motion light and stuff like that.
So no night cameras or anything.
I don't think so. Okay. Not that my company does access control, and all we've done down there is mechanical. So we haven't done,
because I was kind of wondering if they had cameras throughout the house. If they've gotten anything on security cameras.
Yeah, that would be some. Yeah, maybe it's a selling point to try and hook them up with a access control system, and they need cameras to catch things.
So listen, this group that you said that you gave a shout out to, so these guys are they part of like a paranormal research group where they do tours of other haunted places?
It's the Whaley has. It's more of his historic historic chapter type groups, because the whole area is a big history site. There's a whole bunch of stuff right there. So it's all part of the historical society deal.
That's cool.
So I think the next video is a spot that we've heard of before.
Yeah, this is Casa de Estudio. My old ghost story is this is the fountain that I was pushed into as a kid. Square courtyard.
Wait, is this the Whaley House?
No, this is Casa de Estudio. It's right down the way, a block and a half walk down the road from the Whaley House. This is one of the older places. This is that fountain is the one when I was a kid. I felt somebody push me into. Only back then it was done differently, and it was a higher fountain, and it had a lot of vegetation, but it was full of like little tiny fish. And was there with family from Washington State, and my Uncle Jack was little fish come up to the top, he'd smack, tap it on the back, and it'd shoot down. And I'm like, I want to do it too. So I tried to reach over, couldn't reach, and then I got my knees on the rim you see there. And as I'm reaching out, that's when I feel right on my back and went in. And I thought my uncle had done it, but he was actually probably about 20 feet away in the courtyard with my mom and the rest of my family. So I was standing there by myself, and I felt a hand on my back, just like that, 5 fingers separated, and went right in.
Jesus, nuts. Pucky, the cat doesn't like the story.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. One of the cats are freaking out over here.
Oh, really? There you go. Yeah, that's kind of freaky. But to actually see the place, kind of brings us full circle when we first heard the story. So that's pretty cool that you got that pick for us.
Yeah, that's why I was like, well, we're here. We haven't got anything else going on right now. So, hey, let's go get this. I should have stopped by the Cosmopolitan Hotel, too, because it's actually right between this place and the Whaley House. And the Cosmopolitan's supposed to be haunted as well. But, yeah, we just kind of like walked by it, and yeah, we wanted to get something to eat. We were getting hungry, so.
Pretty cool to see these things. So, do you feel that the place is haunted? Because it seems like you haven't had any experiences there, other than going to this place and getting pushed into the fountain.
Yeah, well, the Whaley House, yeah, I absolutely believe is haunted. Just because, I've had like the stories in my family, and seriously, there is always the cold spot on the staircase.
That's crazy.
And getting the photos there myself, and people are, while I'm there, getting photos around me. It's I think there's a little too much to just chalk up to coincidence. And I mean, the place has been gone over pretty well by the ghost hunting community.
Oh, I bet. Once you latch on to one of these places, they do not let it go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see if I can bring up the photo, because you have a couple of photos here of the outside. Well, I don't know. This is the Whaley House. This is something else. Let's see if I can share it without destroying. It's the clicks, because it's just the way it is. All right. Survey says nothing. There
we go.
Okay, yeah.
It is coming up.
That's the back of the house.
Oh, that's the back of the house.
Yeah, that's the back of the house, and right off to the side of the tree a little bit further, that's where the clothesline was, where the little girl got a couple pounds lighter.
It looks just like some normal house that you would see,
Yeah. Back in the day, this was a fucking mansion size. But yeah, I mean, it's just a chill little old school brick house.
But they've done a good job of preserving it, because there's houses around don't look like this. I mean, this thing looks great. I'd move in, except for the fact of the hanging.
Well, yeah.
Well, they're charging $14 a head, so I mean, that house better be nice.
Yeah, that, and it's part of the there's more houses in this historical society, kind of a couple streets up and a few blocks, up the road. These are, big mansions, old school mansions that are like really decked out, awesome. And there's like 3 or 4 of them right in a row, and they take care of those things. And those really are, something to see. But I didn't take any pictures of them. We were a little bit of a different area, but they've got some old places around there, and they do, like they have been for a while, on top of the historically and maintenance and whatnot.
So what's your next adventures for that?
Actually, I think we're going to try to hit up the Star of India next. It's Star
of India, what's that about?
It's a ship. It's been docked out here. It's like another tourist thing. It's right out in San Diego Bay, and that's actually also been on a few ghost shows. It was actually on one of the Dirty Jobs one time, and they were kind of freaking Mike Rowe out
really?
with the ghost. Yeah, they were freaking Mike Rowe out with the ghost stories, because one of the jobs is right at the very front of the ship. You know, you know where sometimes you'd see like the decorative lady right dead center. It's kind of like a horn that kind of comes out. And one of the jobs that they have to go through and do is get inside that horn and maintain it, keep it from rusting, and check parts and whatnot like that. But a lot of people, I guess, say that they hear voices and stuff while they're in there. It freaks them the hell out. Yeah. So yeah, there's been a good amount of stuff about the Star of India too. That, and it's kind of cool. You know, it's old ships. You know, it's similar things to where they've got older shit on display and shit like that. So a little bit of history, a little bit of ghosts.
So where is the Star of India, by the way? Is it out in San Francisco?
No, Star of India? No, it's San Diego Bay.
Yeah. Oh.
Isn't the Queen Mary right there in San Diego?
No, Queen Mary's in Long Beach.
Long Beach, okay.
Yeah. And they actually are facing a restoration problem. From what I understand, they're afraid they may have to scrap it in a couple of years.
Oh, really?
Because otherwise, it's going to be something like fucking $23 million in maintenance to get it back up. Because I've been to the Queen Mary. I got to stay there once during this month a number of years back. And I mean, you could see there's two main hallways that kind of run parallel along the sides of the ship. If you stand at one end of the hallway, you can't see the top of the doorway at the end of the hallway. The whole ship kind of sinks. So okay. It's sitting like this. So this side, you can't see the top of the doorway on this side, but you can definitely see that it's bowing in the center. Which that was a cool tour, because I took the ghost tour on that, and
my mom back in the mid-90s took a cruise out of San Diego one time, or out of Long Beach, and actually stayed the night at the Queen Mary before she went on her cruise.
Cool. It's a cool little place to stay. I mean, I really, really hope that they fix it and keep it going, because it is really a cool little place to stay. You know, even because they have certain rooms that are listed as haunted that you can rent out. But even if you stay in just like one of the little staterooms, you know, they're kind of small and quirky. You know, they're kind of cool. You know, it's puts you back in that day. You know, it's not all fancy. You know, the higher staterooms, it's all cleaned up and you don't see shit. But in the regular rooms, you know, you see pipes and shit going up the wall, and the toilet's loud as fuck. You know, but dude, the food that they had there was fucking awesome. You know, the kitchen there was fucking best portobello burger I ever had.
Yeah, as long as the food is good.
Yeah.
I got problems with staying in certain places, especially if they're supposed to have good food, because if they have a skinny chef, I do not stay there. I don't care. In the hotel and nothing. The chef has to be fat. And I'm serious, or at least chunky. You know, because you never trust. My stepdad always told me, never trust a skinny chef. So
yeah, that makes sense. Unless you're going to like a vegan restaurant or something.
So Green, Andre's question: did anybody catch 80 pictures with ghosts?
Cece did take a bunch of pictures. She is going to go through them, and if she sees anything, she's going to pass it on. So if I see anything from her, you guys will see it too.
David says he might be going to San Diego next summer.
Oh, cool. All right. We'll hit up a couple spots.
Good old San Diego. Well, listen, thank you for sharing all that good stuff. Totally unexpected, and I guess our original guest didn't make it, but that's why we got the Assguardians here, because they're the ones with all the experiences. So, you know, speaking about things that go bump in the night, Bucky.
Hey,
Let's Let's talk about all your crazy experiences.
Well, the new thing, since I moved up to closer to the Brown Mountain Lights, I want to, I've been thinking about it, start making a documentary about that. And, going up to get interviews during the day and maybe some at night. But I plan on getting it this fall or wintertime, getting those lights on camera and seeing what that is and, getting some more info about that. The next thing.
Tell us a bit more about the Brown Mountain Lights.
Be honest with you, I don't really know a lot about it. Since I, didn't grow up in this area, but people told me that during the early fall that these lights they appear just at the base of the mountains, and then they just seem to float up and shoot up into the sky. And then they just kind of fade away. Not like flares or anything like that, but they're pretty big and pretty bright. That's what I've heard. And, I've seen videos, but I'm not really sure. I haven't firsthand encountered them yet. Hopefully I will soon.
So are these things like orbs, you think? Maybe?
These pictures I've seen, they're bigger than orbs.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Jeez.
Yeah,
man.
I don't know what they are. I mean, I've heard like Indian spirits, going off, or just, people were like, "Oh, that's car lights and stuff." But where it is, there is no way it can be a car light, getting close to the road or anything like that. So,
yeah.
Hopefully, we'll figure some stuff out this fall and winter, and I'm going to be making a documentary of it. And then also in this area up here, there have been some encounters of Bigfoot up here. I posted it in the chat room.
Ooh.
I want to get some more information about that, because this is where I moved up to, Bigfoot area.
I think Dre sometimes goes up to that area. That might be the sightings.
He's got a Bigfoot fetish.
Yeah, he sure does. Gotta love them Bigfoots.
But no, yeah, since Pucky was talking about the Brown Mountain, I went on YouTube and started looking up a couple videos. Dude, there's some crazy shit. It was, it's like one looked like it was on top of almost like the ridge overlooking kind of like a valley. And
yep.
Dude, it was like welding, MIG welding brightness.
Yeah. I mean, it's
light, man. It was nuts.
It's out of there, and it is just in this valley. It just shoots off. Just like it says right here in these videos right here, they're bright. They're huge and they're bright.
Yeah, the one I was watching, it was like it started at the base of the mountain, and it kind of like it like crept along up the mountain. Yeah, it was bizarre, and it was brighter than shit, man. It was really, really bright. And yeah,
so I wonder that. Do you think that thing over to the right of the screen, is that one of them?
Could be.
I don't know.
It could be the starting of of one of the balls of light or whatever. But I mean, the stuff I've seen in videos, it's a constant. It's like 2 or 3 at a time.
That's wild.
So, I mean, I'll go up there during the day and take some pictures and video of it, and I'm going to interview some people and, talk to them, and then I'll get some night footage. But I'll put a small documentary, maybe like a 15, 30-minute documentary of it, and produce it and get it out there, add it to my portfolio for that. But I'm really interested in this. This is like the local legend thing, and so is the Bigfoot up here, and I'm really want to do more of that stuff. I've been itching for it to do that kind of stuff, and ready to get it done.
So I wonder if there's like a lot of camping areas up there. I would imagine it's
Not in this area.
Really?
Yeah, you can't camp in there. You can't even get down in there.
Oh, really?
It's overgrown valley.
Yeah, that looks pretty thick.
I'll take some pictures tomorrow. I'll drive up there because it's only like 20 minutes from my house, and I'll share them on the in the Discord.
Dang, Pucky, you're like that close to it? Jeez.
Yeah, I'm like 20 minutes away from it.
Very nice.
You better watch out, Pucky, man. Bigfoot come by, clean out all the fucking cat food dishes you got out in the back porch, man.
That is too
Might
funny.
acquire a taste for it.
I'm waiting for this damn warp to move. I mean, come on, let's go. Oh, it didn't happen.
Yeah, there's other videos, man, of stuff like that.
Yeah, let's see.
But,
We'll leave it up play in the background here. So that's your next adventure, but you've had, what the hell? Nobody want to see this. Hello. But you've had other adventures. Specifically,
yeah,
your story about the
over the years,
Devil's
I
Trampling
have-
Ground.
See, did you saw it right there? The Devil's Trampling Ground is here in North Carolina, and it's a spot out in the middle of the woods right there, and it's like a dead area. You get this vibe when you get there. It's not it's not like it's a paranormal vibe or anything. It's just something that overcomes you. It's like in the land or in the area, almost like it's cursed. So that's the biggest thing there. And me and my buddy Ken, we spent the night there, and one night, and whew, man, I tell you, we had all kinds of audio issues and video issues in our cameras. And it's something to experience. It's peaceful during the day, but you still have this like vibe of creepiness all around you. But at nighttime, oh man, it's just like you'll need an old priest and a new priest.
God, look at this thing here.
Yeah, that's the lights right there.
What the hell is that? Yeah, that's I was telling someone else about that, about your experience there when you told the story initially, and it's like, again, not exactly a bucket list, but it will be interesting to go there and just feel the atmosphere of that place firsthand.
It's it's something. It's nothing I've never ever felt before. Going out to cemeteries and stuff like that, it's a whole different feeling going out there.
Look at these guys.
Is that a wig?
I don't know.
Oh,
They
God.
go to the
Not on
same
her.
place. I mean, it looks great. It looks natural,
wig.
moppy-like.
Okay.
But I mean, there's people always out there, trying to get pictures of them, but they just, it's a hit or miss when you go out to the Brown Mountain Lights. You don't know whenever they're going to pop up.
It's a nice place. Very scenic. Looks wonderful.
It's beautiful. It's really nice. Like I said, if we got good weather tomorrow. Today it was kind of overcast a little bit, but if we got good weather, I'll go up there and take some pictures and post them on the Discord chat. So if anybody out there is watching live right now, just go to the Discord chat sometime tomorrow and scroll through and see them. I'll post them 2 or 3 times throughout the the day. If you
So any weird stories about these lights, like maybe interacting with people?
No, the thing about it is you can't even get close to them. I mean, there is no way to get down in this valley. It's just so much rock and brush, and I have not heard anybody like interacting with these lights. It's just it's out there, they shoot up.
Tim Conway. Tim Conway's dead. Oh, jeez. What can you do?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that would be awesome, Bucky. I mean, even if you don't see anything, dude, just to, camping out in the woods like that, that's a beautiful area. You know.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's actually it's on the side of the road where you stop at. They got a whole little area where you can just pull off to the side and just kind of sit and watch.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds like there would be some really long watching, trying to get these orbs to come up, or these lights. And shit.
Hours. Bring you a cooler of beer.
Yeah, or a case. The other place that I was thinking of, actually, the Marfa Lights, which is out here in Texas,
Yeah.
it's one place that I was thinking about maybe taking a trip to one day and checking that out. I know Ronnie Dawson and maybe the Cat Ladies have been there.
How far is that from you, man?
I think it's only like a couple hours. Yeah.
Everything in Texas is a couple hours away.
Yeah, no kidding. Everything takes a couple hours. So, but another place, because I think I've seen Ronnie post a video with the family out there actually looking at them. So, something to try.
Yeah, one mountain place I would love to try and find just to see if the story was really bullshit or not would be Mel's Hole up in Washington State. You remember Mel's Hole from the old Art Bell shows? He was on like three or four times.
Mel was on or Art Bell?
Mel was talking about his hole.
Oh, yeah. He's got a few.
Hey guys, I'm sorry to have to do this, but I have to cut out. My phone is I don't know what's wrong with my cord. It's not charging. I'm down to 1%. So.
Oh shit!
All right, Bucky. Hey, thank you for joining.
Thanks, Buck.
No problem. I'll see y'all later, guys. Thank you for
Later, bro.
joining in. Keep listening, and we'll see y'all on Discord, everyone.
And talk to the cat.
Oh yeah, I gotta talk.
Mark
You know
that
how I
down.
do.
Later.
Guys.
Later, bro. The story with Mel's Hole was Mel Waters, I think his name was, bought this area up in Washington State, outside a small town, and there was all this. He found this big freaking hole out in his property in the woods, and there was like kind of like this local lore about it that the Native Americans from the time used to throw their dead inside or something like that.
Inside the hole.
Yeah. And that it was a bottomless pit. So he started throwing shit in there, old TVs, refrigerators, all kinds of shit. And he would never hear them hit the bottom. So Mel apparently was at one time a shark fisherman. So he takes one of his old big shark reels, rigs up, some line and drops a weight and spools his rod. So lets all of his fishermen speak for letting all of his line went out. And,
other people are looking up Pornhub to see if there's any spooling of the rod.
Well, I'm sure it's in there somewhere too. Yeah. But he never hit bottom. So he would tie on, at one point he tied on lifesavers at the end of the line because he's like, okay, if he goes down and hits water, brings it back up, he'll be able to tell because the lifesaver will kind of dissolve a little bit. He says it's an old fishing, it's one of his old fishing tricks. So he did that a couple times, never hit bottom. And what he would do is he would buy the monster rolls of fishing line from the tackle store, which are like 5,000 yards, and just tie on and just keep the line going. And he said he went through about, I think 7 or 8 5,000 yard spools.
Jeez.
And never hit the bottom with this thing. There was all kinds of stories about one time a hunter threw his dog in there when he died out, while he was hunting. And the dog was seen later on, but it was kind of like, like Pet Cemetery type shit.
Like a zombie dog.
Sort of, yeah. It's like the guy was hunting again and saw his dog still wearing the collar and everything, walking through, but the dog, didn't recognize him, was growling at him and all this shit. There's all kinds of this was, related to this hole. And I remember, looking it up and actually seeing videos later on from people who lived in the area, and they would like say at some time it was like at night a black light would come out from this hole, and it would be darker than the sky around, but there would be this black pillar of light that would come out of the hole, all this shit. And then eventually it got in his story that the government for some reason took interest in it.
Of course, right?
And
why wouldn't they?
rented out the area from him for some ridiculous fee, like $25,000 a month.
Really?
But he couldn't get back on the property anymore. And he went to live in Australia for a while, came back, and I can't remember how the whole end of his story, but yeah, it was like this. He was on Art Bell about 3 or 4 times talking about the whole thing, but all of the whole story is pretty interesting. Whether it's people say they know where it is, and people say it's all hooey, so that can be like one cool camping thing to go out and try and find sometime. And
yeah, no kidding. I wonder if he changed his name to Idle Space. Very possible, I'm saying. Yeah, this is just nuts. It's paranormal stuff. Like, I wish we had our person out here, because one of the questions I have is, what drives a person to? It's one thing to visit these places, but to actually sit around, research, try to contact, and do all the other stuff. It seems like it takes a different kind of person to do that, especially when something could go wrong.
Yeah, that's why I kind of was when I took the video of the pictures of the 2 ladies that were all pissed off. I was kind of like, I was talking a little shit at the time to try and maybe provoke a little bit. Maybe I'd pick something up at a photo later, so. Nothing came flying off the wall at me when I was saying anything, but oh well.
Yeah.
I was trying.
But that's the other thing, right? Where people talk about things following you home when you provoke them and things like that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Yeah. There was one of the guys from Skinwalker Ranch had a post that they put on Twitter, I think it was on Monday, talking about all the hitchhikers. They call them the hitchhikers, basically. Mm. And that's the things from Skinwalker to follow them home, that for some reason they didn't want to put that during the episodes. They didn't want to show that. But even the guests, the people that would come in, the experts that would test things at Skinwalker, even a few of them had hitchhikers with them. So one of the things was a brand new car turning on and off on its own. Things being turned on and off, appliances in the actual home, things being thrown across the room and stuff like that, in a place where normally they didn't have any kind of paranormal activity until they came back from the ranch.
See, that's the perfect kind of shit to document. Why wouldn't they
exactly
want to, show that? That's that's corroboration.
That's what I said.
It's backing up your story. This is all,
Yeah. That's what I said. I tweeted him back and I said,
vindication or validation or something.
It's validation, yeah. That's validation. That's what I told them. If they would have included stuff like this, then people wouldn't think so much that it's fake. Because, to be honest, the series itself really isn't showing us all the things that people think it's made up. Like the crazy wolves and gigantic wolves and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that, and it's that one guy on there, I think really was part of NASA, and I know he does really know things about rockets because I actually.
Oh yeah.
He used to be on another show called the Hillbilly Rocket Man or something like that.
Oh really?
Yeah, and he would him and his buddies would make rocket shit in his garage. Which is kind of one of the things that this guy is. Yeah, he's NASA, but he's just kind of a TV guy now. So, yeah, they need to show shit like that to really, it's like just kind of the man on the street.
Yeah, you got to make it at home. And having him on there was great because he's a scientist. He's skeptical.
Yeah, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I like him. I think he's,
Yeah.
I think he's really good, and he adds to the show. But still the way they produce it and edit it, it does kind of have just like that key kind of TV show-ish kind of vibe
Right.
instead of really kind of hit it hard documentary type.
Which it should, right? Because here, I mean, the history of Skinwalker has been so long, such a long history with Native Americans, the locals, and stuff like that. And the series isn't documenting most of that. I mean, they'll tell the stories, but we want to see it in action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but they can't give you too much, unless it's happening all the fucking time. They can't give you too much and, blow their wad all at once. And, oh, well, the best part is when this guy, saw the alien crossing the field and raping the cow or something like that. And the rest of the show's going to suck. It's not going to be that good.
Well, then they got to do it. They'll have to do all the cattle mutilations.
Exactly.
It's a crazy thing. But it's a good show. Hopefully next season we'll get a little more. But it's these places that are all over the place, because even they were looking at other places that were exactly like Skinwalker across the world, around the world.
Yeah.
This is not the only spot. So it's just weird. This planet we live on is so fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Even like one of their other shows, Oak Island, that's how originally the kids, the teenagers in, was it 1795, first ended up on the island because they saw these balls of light moving between the trees on the island. And they went there to see what it was.
What's up with these balls of light everywhere? It's just nuts.
Yeah. Great balls
These
of
orbs. I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of orbs. I'm going to be honest. Like, it makes no sense to me.
light. Unless they are actual balls of light or, doing
Right.
kind of movements.
Yeah.
If it comes, okay, that could be dust, that could be bug, that could be a light reflection. It's got to do something really like, whoa, for an orb to be even really.
Meaningful, yeah. It's just nuts. It is a wild world we live in, that's for sure. We'll never figure any of this stuff out, at least not in our lifetimes, I think, but who knows? Someone is going to figure this out. Norm
Sooner or
says Linda Moen Howell, yeah. She was actually on the series, on the episode. Oh, Linda, they brought over to look at some things.
Well, she
Skinwalker?
is, she is the cow mutilation queen.
She is.
It's kind of how she got all into this back in the day, was missing udders and eyeballs and cow vaginas.
Channel, we're not saying that Dr. Taylor isn't great. He's fantastic. And actually, I like the series from one year to the next show, the evolution, because when he first got there, he was like, I don't believe in this stuff. I don't believe in this stuff. And towards the end, he's out trying to prove it. Because he was impacted by it quite a few times.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't dump on the guy. I said I liked him. It just, he's looking kind of, he's like developing a TV career, but I didn't say I didn't like him. I said he does he's he is a legitimate NASA dude. He knows his shit. Just that they edit and produce the show a little goofy when they could be a little bit harder hitting.
A little bit more serious.
Yeah.
And not so much with the crazy dramatic shit. Just give us the info.
Exactly.
Just let us see it.
Yeah. Give us all the info, like the off-site stuff that happens to all these people that take guests home.
Yeah, and that's funny, right? Because at the beginning of last season, they were like, because they got the two ranch hands that lived there. They were like, they was apparently pretty active while we weren't filming. And then that's it. That's all you're going to tell us? What about the rest? Tell me some more. But anyway, that's just the way it is. You got to sell it for the general audience, not the people that really want to know.
Yeah. Yeah, got to keep the ratings up,
Yeah.
It's part of the game.
Yeah. Well, Green Man, I thank you for joining today. I think this is the end of the episode for tonight. So, what can you do, man? There is a mystery throughout life, and we live it every day. Like the last time I was here, my hat got pushed down. It's just nuts. Crazy stuff.
Yep. Well, hey man, thanks for having me, and glad the footage came in handy.
Oh, I mean, fantastic. It is good to see the Whaley house.
Well done.
Yeah, I did it. I passed. Yeah, again, here's a place where you experience some stuff that, now we get to see it visually, and it's cool to see. Totally cool to see.
Yeah.
I thank everyone who's watching or will be watching. Hopefully, we will get some paranormal investigators on here. So if you know some, let me know. Send me a message. We will gladly sit them on here and put them on the hot seat. But other than that, I thank you all for showing up, and ciao until next time. Laters.
Bye.